Once upon a time, two brothers lived side by side in their own farms for many years, until one day a foolish argument caused a rift between them. This was the first serious disagreement the brothers had had in all their 50 years. Up until that day, they always worked the fields together. They shared knowledge, they shared produce, and they would always lend a helping hand when the other was in a time of need. The fight began over something small, a misunderstanding which can happen to the best of us. But the dispute dragged on, the anger grew, and an angry exchange of words ensued, followed by weeks and weeks of silence. One day there was a knock on the door of the older brother, and when he opened it stood an old bearded carpenter carrying a toolbox. He said, "I could sure do with some work. Do you have any repairs that need doing around your farm?" "Yes," the brother replied. "Actually, I've got just the job for you. You see there across the creek? There's a farm that happens to belong to my younger brother, and until recently, the whole area between our homes was green. But then he changed the creek's path, making it a border between us. I'm sure he did that to spite me, but I will certainly show him," said the older brother. "Now you see those trees by the barn? I want you to turn them into a 10-foot tall fence because I never want to see my brother's face again." The old carpenter stood there and thought for a moment and said, "Okay, I see." So the farmer helped the carpenter carry his tools and the wood, and then he drove off into the city to run some errands. When he came back in the evening, the old carpenter had finished. And upon arriving at the creek, the older brother was stunned. His eyes were bulging out of his head, and he couldn't utter a single word. Where a fence should have been standing, a bridge now stood, a quaint and special bridge, truly a work of art with intricately carved banisters. And at the same time, the younger brother happened to come to the same spot. He rushed over the bridge and embraced his older brother. And he said, "You are something special, building a bridge after all that I have said and done." While the brothers were hugging and embracing, the old carpenter collected his tools and started to walk away. The older brother said, "Stop, please, stay for a few more days. We have so many more things that need fixing." The old carpenter said, "I would love to stay, but I have many more bridges to build and many other things that need fixing in many other places." And you see, the moral of the story is a simple one. We often let our anger push away the ones we love and allow pride to come before our love. Don't let that happen to you. Learn to forgive and appreciate what you have. And remember, the past cannot be changed, but the future sure can. So no quarrel, no argument, no misunderstanding, no matter how big or small, can spoil a true connection. Build your bridges when you have to, and always cross them with a warm heart and smile, with forgiveness in your stride, ready and willing to beat pride and choose love.